Welcome back to the classroom. Today's topic is application and specification of 555 timer IC. This video is sponsored by Genreviews.online. Genreviews.online is one of the review portal site. The 555 timer IC is a fundamental component found in nearly every electronic circuit today. It can function as either a flip-flop or a multi-vibrator depending on its configuration. Key features of the 555 timer. Number 1. It operates with a broad supply voltage range of plus 5 volts to plus 18 volts. Number 2. It can sink or source a load current of up to 200 milliampere. Number 3. Proper selection of external components allows for timing intervals that can extend to several minutes with frequencies that can exceed several hundred kilohertz. Number 4. The output pin is capable for driving transistor-transistor logic TTL due to its high current output. Number 5. It exhibits a temperature stability of 50 parts per million for each degree Celsius change, which translates to 0.005% per degree centigrade. Number 6. The duty cycle of the timer can be adjusted. Number 7. The maximum power dissipation for each package is 600 milliwatt and its trigger, pulse and reset inputs are compatible with logic levels. The 555 timer integrated circuit typically functions in three modes: astable mode, monostable mode and bistable mode. Number 1. Astable mode. In this mode, there is no stable output level. Instead, the output fluctuates between high and low. This unstable output characteristics is utilized as a clock or square wave output in various applications. Number 2. Monostable mode. This setup features one stable state and one unstable state. The user can select the stable state to be either high or low. If the stable output is set to high, the timer output will also be high. When an interrupt occurs, the timer output switches to low. Since this low state is unstable, it will automatically return to high once the interrupt has passed. The same principle applies when the stable state is set to low in monostable state. Number 3. Bistable mode. In bistable mode, both output states are stable. With each interrupt, the output toggles between low and high and remains in that state. For instance, if the output is high, it will switch to low upon receiving an interrupt and will stay low until the next interrupt changes it again. The typical 555 timer package, depending on the manufacturer, contains 25 transistors, 2 diodes and 15 resistors on a silicon chip housed in an 8-pin mini dual inline package DIP8. There are variations that involve integrating multiple chips onto a single board, but the 555 timer remains the most widely used options. The diagram illustrates its use in a monostable circuit. As shown in image, this circuit only requires 3 components compared to the 7 components needed for a BJT monostable, making it much easier to assemble. Additionally, due to its design, it offers more accurate timing intervals than the BJT monostable and can generate output pulses ranging from just a few microseconds to several hours. The timing is determined by the charging of a capacitor through a resistor, with the pulse duration set by selecting appropriate values for R1 and C1. When the power is turned on, current flows through R1 and starts charging C1. An internal circuit within the IC connected to the threshold pin monitors the potential difference across the capacitor. Once this voltage reaches 1/3 of the supply voltage, the current is directed to the discharged pin and grounded. The capacitor stays charged at V/3, resulting in an output of 0 volt. The timer is activated by a short low pulse sent to the trigger pin. Pin configuration of 555 timer. Pin number 1, ground. Ground reference voltage low level is 0 volt. Pin number 2, trigger. This output is driven to approximately 1.7 volt below positive VCC or ground. Pin number 3, out. This output is driven to approximately 1.7 volt below positive VCC or ground. Pin number 4, reset. A timing interval may be reset by driving this input to ground, but the timing does not begin again until reset rises above approximately 0.7 volts. Overrides trigger which overrides threshold. Pin number 5, control. Provides control access to the internal voltage divider by default 2x3 VCC. Pin number 6, threshold. The timing interval ends when the voltage at the threshold is greater than that at control. 2x3 VCC if control is open. Number 7, discharge. Open collector output which may discharge a capacitor between intervals in phase with output. Pin number 8, VCC. Positive supply voltage which is usually between 3 and 15 volt depend on the variations. This is the brief study of 555 timer. Thank you for watching.